Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Carmen Rodgers with Tallassee Publishers. It's Monday, September 30th. I'm here at City Hall with Mayor Johnny Hammock. It's Monday with the mayor, and this week we're going to talk about, we're going to go over last week's council meeting, the Tuesday night council meeting.
Okay.
Let's start with the council set a time and date for Halloween.
Yes, that's right. It will be Thursday, October the 31st, on the day of Halloween, from 6 to 8 p.m.
I should say they set a time for trick or treating. Yeah. All right. And they also passed the 2020 fiscal year budget.
That's correct. It's over a little over $10 million. That's the projections, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. And there was a little back and forth, I guess we could call it, between Councilman Stow and Councilman Godwin. Councilman Stow had some concerns about appropriations for the Mount Vernon Theater. But as Councilman Godwin pointed out, those are they in the best interest of the city. It's a $4,000 appropriation, and it goes to the Mount Vernon Theater, which in turn brings in tourists, and it's a good event place to have here in Tallassee.
Yes, that's right. The city of Tallassee will be giving the Mount Vernon Theater $4,000 in this year's budget. Councilman Stow voiced his opinions, how he feels that the theater should be self-sufficient. Bill Godwin kind of gave his opinion that the economic impact for the theater is huge. When people fill it up, people are going to eat at restaurants, getting gas, things of that nature. And I personally, I'm on Bill Godwin's side with this. I feel that we want to keep that theater going. They did a lot of hard work to get it up and running. I've been to several events there, and my wife and I really love it. And I think it's great for downtown, especially with all the work that we're about to do with the TAPS grant and everything, and trying to revitalize downtown in the future. I think it's great. You got to have vision. There's a quote from Helen Keller, and don't hold it against me if I get it wrong, but I think she said something one time: the only worst thing than being blind is having sight with no vision. And you got to have some vision down there. So we get to see the new high school being built, come up to the top of that hill, and you see the theater with lights on and a packed house. Then when we get the rest of downtown looking nice and neat, I mean, it's, that's the vision that Bill and I and some of the other council members have for the future of Tallassee, and I'm excited to see what we're going to have going on next year with that utility lines being relocated downtown, the TAPS grant, all the new sidewalks being ADA compliant, and it's just really going to look nice down there in a couple of years.
Absolutely, and it is really neat to have to see the marquee lit up, and kind of takes you back 50 years,
Oh yeah.
But also, speaking of drawing people into Tallassee, we received a report from I'm not a councilman, but attorney John Smith, and on the Board of Education, the progress on the new school system over there, or the new school.
Yeah, they've had a subcommittee, which I'm on. It's me, Bill Godwin, John Smith, meeting with Ruth Ann McKeag, Don Bryant, Wade Shipman, Brock Nolan, and their attorneys. And we're finally to an understanding. They have hired Fraser Lanier Group. They're going to be getting a bond. The school is going to be carrying the note, and the city will pledge that they will not take back any of the taxes that is going towards the school out of our tax base for the life of the note. So I'm excited about this, to see a new high school. I went to high school there. My wife went to high school there. My grandmother went to high school there. My dad went to high school there. So it's, a part of me is going to miss the old high school, but the drawings that I've seen, it looks almost identical, the new high school. So it's going to be safe. All the access points are going to be taken care of. The fire safety concerns as well. So the school board and the Wade Shipman and Brock Nolan and their whole staff, they did a great job of listening to the concerns of the council and addressing the issues that we had with the safety of the school. When I ran for mayor, that was one of my top platforms is education, and we just want to make sure that the students here in Tallassee have a good, safe environment. And back to what you said about drawing people into town, once that construction starts, you'll probably see me start trying to promote that to the area. You know, we got voted number 25 best suburbs to live in Alabama, and I want to try to attract the people that maybe get the big jobs in Auburn and Montgomery to, when they're choosing a place to move here, where to locate. Hey, we got a new school going up here. Hey, look at this theater here. Look at this downtown. We got things going on here in Tallassee, and I want to try to capitalize on that and try to bring some people into this area to grow some rooftops here.
There you know, or maybe fill some existing rooftops.
Or fill some existing ones. That's right.
That's and Tallassee, when it comes to Montgomery and Auburn, we are I guess you could say a halfway point in between.
Yeah, we're a bedroom community.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to capitalize. We haven't done a good job in the past, I don't think, of say like Millbrook has done or Prattville has done, or even Wetumpka or Pike Road has done. Now I know geographically it's harder for us that we're a little bit further away, but we got to capitalize on being right off 85 between Auburn and Montgomery, and you know, maybe offer something where they don't want the, I guess, the hustle and bustle of and traffic of living in a Montgomery or Auburn, but be able to hop on that interstate or Highway 14 and commute to their job very quickly.
That's right. That's right. The only traffic backup weekend is at 5 Points, right around 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
It is a nice place to live. So. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Monday with the Mayor. And we hope you'll join us again next week. And until then, I'm Carmen Rodgers reporting for Tallapoosa Publishers.